Hello, hello, fam bam. This is Freedom Friday, where we talk about simplifying time and money so we can have more. So today we're talking about toxic people and how to identify them. Toxic people are people who don't add value, they weigh us down, they make us feel exhausted and depleted when we're around them. They are takers and they often are not worth having around in our life. So the first thing that I have to identify toxic people are people who are extremely negative. These are people who complain about life, they complain about themselves, they complain about other people. It always seems like they're just complaining. And it seems like no matter what you say to them, how understanding or validating you can be, this is kind of the norm every time you're around. We've all heard the terms, you are who you hang out with, and be careful what you feed your mind. And when you're around these type of people, it's really easy to feel that energy on a physical level and sort of take on their perspective, even if it's not all the way. It definitely affects how we feel and think. So it's important to be around people who add valuable perspectives and energies into your life. Number two is they put you down or they put others down. These people will do or say anything to one-up themselves or to slight or diminish another person or their accomplishments to make them appear less. These people try to boast themselves and they want to appear to be something more, and they do it by cutting other people down. And I'm not saying that they have to straight up say like mean or bad things, but they'll insinuate little things that don't really praise or encourage or lift another person up. You often find yourself questioning, why are they saying this? Like, what's the purpose? It's kind of weird that they mentioned that. And then you'll often feel like if you're excited or have certain accomplishments, they don't make you feel good about them. They say things that feel kind of weird or off, or in worst case scenario, really bad. Number three are poor listeners. Now, I have a tendency of being a poor listener. Your grandma Sally might have a tendency of yakking on and on and on. But these people make you feel like they don't even know you and they don't even care to know you, and that what they have to say, what they think, and what their life drama is about is the most important thing in the world. Like, their only job is to talk at people, and they don't have an energetic care or concern or consideration for who you are, where you're at, what you're about, etc. Number four is the guilt tripper. These people are controlling, they're manipulative, and their aim is to make you feel bad for something that they expected you to do. An example of this is a friend who gets upset because you're hanging out with other friends, or a boyfriend who feels like he has to have a pity party because you didn't cancel the plan that you had with your friends because he all of a sudden wanted to hang out. I've experienced these type of people, and it's just a sour way to go. You want to feel like you're with people who are free to be, and you're free to be, and because of that you are kind of magnetic and attracted together to be together. And it's kind of this exponential experience of adding to each other rather than saying, here's this set of rules, and if you break them or if you don't meet those expectations, I'm upset. These people depend on you and what you give to them, but they rarely make you feel like you're getting from them an equal value. So all of a sudden it becomes your job to make them happy and to keep them happy. And despite what they say, when you do things that don't meet their expectations, they make you feel bad for it. And that leads me to number five. These people are dishonest, and their actions don't match their words. And we all know that actions speak louder than words. Some of these people are not bold-faced liars, or it's not like they're making stuff up like my parents are space aliens, but they might be doing small things like conversing or communicating ideas that they're not taking into action or applying to their life. And these ideas could be as simple as ideas on health, or saying that they care about your time, but they're always blowing you off or showing up late. Toxic people are really consciously dishonest. They might praise you to your face and then talk poorly behind your back. They take you at your most vulnerable, sensitive moments and share it with the world. It doesn't matter if you say that this is private or you don't say and you share it openly, most people are aware of what could be sensitive information, and they sort of frame the perspective of how would I feel if I was in this person's shoes and I did or said this about them. And so toxic people don't really have that in mind, and they're just not considerate in that sense. So you guys know how dishonesty can turn really bad really quick, so I'll stop elaborating there. The last thing on my list is they engage in value-depriving actions. Everything that we discussed, of course, is value-depriving, but this might be something that you've decided for yourself doesn't add value, you don't want it in your life, but this person does it and is the only place that they feel like, or you feel like you can connect with them because of it. Or worse, they expect you to do it and make you feel bad for not doing it. It could be something as simple as going to the sports bar and drinking every Friday night. This might be something that you used to do. This is how you guys became buddies, but it's something that you realize no longer adds value to you and you're just not into it. And if you can't find a way to connect with these people in other areas that aren't a toxic formula, then it's one of those situations where you have to ask whether or not these people are really worth keeping in your life. So I know there's situations where this might be hard. This person might be your family member, they might be your coworker, they might be a friend who doesn't leave you alone, your spouse. Maybe you feel like you owe them something. This is somebody who saved your life or did something amazing for your family 10 years ago, and you don't want to feel like you're being ungrateful or you don't value what that person did. But at the same time, you're one person, and even though all people, I believe, deserve to be loved and forgiven, there's only so much you can do. You can spread yourself too thin, and at that point you become incapacitated to be a person who adds value, to shine your bright light. So there has to be this balance of what you give and what you take or give to yourself so that you can go out there and connect with people authentically and purely. So what I've done to deal with toxic people that I can't get away from is, number one, just change my perspective. I remove my investment in them. I don't take it personal. I don't share anything personal, and I take this situation as a challenge or an exercise to reframe who I am and the values that I can add in each moment. And I try to do it not in a way where I'm like barfing this at them, but kind of just being like, yeah, you know, it sucks. It's not the end of the world, because we don't want to wallow in suckness, and you don't want to sort of contribute to more just complaining, but at the same time, you're able to take those moments to reflect on yourself and your life and what you truly believe. And so I like doing those sort of things. Some people just don't listen, and if you say something like that, they're more to yak off or feel invalidated. And for those people, I just change the subject. It seems kind of rude, but if you change the subject by asking a different question, then sometimes you can divert or avoid a really negative situation. These sort of things make these interactions lighthearted, but a lot of times interactions aren't just conversational. They have to do with physical space, and it's a tough thing because you really want to make sure that a large majority of your time is in a cultivating and encouraging environment. And if these people are in your family, the best thing that you can do is try to create that space in your head space and your mind, until you can physically remove yourself from whatever situation these toxic people are exposed to you. So if you like this video and you have any other identifying factors or tips on how to deal with toxic people that you can't necessarily get rid of at the moment, stick them in the comments below. Make sure you give this a thumbs up. Any questions, requests, or thoughts, also stick those in the comments below. If you're new, thanks for being here and checking this out. Subscribe for more. I'm going to see you guys back here for Minimalist Monday. And for now, I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Remember to go out there, be good, be great, be grateful. I'm grateful for you. Thank you so much for being here.